to my little brother Owen. Our childhood memories I must have thought best to hide. Owen, I'm so thankful I'd only hid them inside. Thinking of you, they flood back like high tide. They bring comfort, but I'm broken, my little brother has died. We grew up in Bradwell, such a magical place. Sunday morning the church bells would ring without fail. To this day hearing that sound warms my heart just the same. Back then it was our signal to go outside and play. When very young and small, due to hard times we'd share the bath Sunday night till Mum came to wash our hair. Anxiety at the thought, we both often cried. Looking back, it was our fault we got soap in our eyes. Christmases back then, such a special time of year. Mum ensured this holiday full of tradition and cheer. When the decorations went up to the end of New Year, lots of presents, tasty food, she gave blood, sweat and tears. We would wait Christmas Day at 3:45. I'd usually persuade you to knock on Mum's door. Saying we've had enough sleep, she'd say go get some more. This was impossible, of course, not for Mum, she would snore. One year that stands out, Mum bought us both new DMs, white Christmases then, 6-foot drifts brought by winds. To shelter within, we dug dens with our friends. All our outside activities soon put holes in the ends. These days, well, web phones, PCs have the kids. Born in the 70s, none of this tech exists. Born one generation later, these great memories we'd have missed. Countless bike rides, long walks, all the times that we fished. With Mum, we would go to watch country music bands. Potter Heim or Hermanus, you and I were big fans. We'd use tennis rackets in place of guitars. Cardboard drums, hairbrush mic, we would sing out our hearts. From our living room windows could often be heard Boxcar Willie, Jim Reeves or Anne Murray's Snowbird. I know some of my friends thought that this was absurd, but Wayne, you and me encored King of the Road. Sinbad, Zorro, Tarzan, Wurzel Gummidge we would see. Cops and robbers, cowboys and Indians, Timmy Mallet off his tree. The Flumps, Fraggle Rock, Muppets, remember all these? A-Team, Knight Rider, we'd reenact all the good scenes. Harold Lloyd, Laurel and Hardy, The Wizard of Oz. Sunday school just to use the free colour crayons. Even then we knew we'd committed no sins, so we'd laugh at the ridiculous words in their hymns. Monkey bars, climbing frames, always using our limbs. Football with dorms, jumping off of the swings. Phoenix Pool, Gorson Seafront we'd walk to for swims. The prize, oxtail soup from their vending machines. I cannot believe how many things that we did, collecting tadpoles in jam jars with holes in the lids. At Clay Pond, this place sadly no longer exists. We explored every inch, there's nothing we missed. We'd often have fires if we'd filled up the bin. When it settled to embers, jacket spuds would go in. If a tent was available, we'd be garden camping. We slept in the cockpit first night on the river, water like a mill pond, moon reflection a shimmer. Under the boom tarp it got dark, the sound of duck quacks. Next night in the tent amongst slippery pats. We slept by the river, not stuck in a house. Remember we woke up amongst that huge herd of cows. We rode down the dirt ramp outside the church gates. Near the school we both went to, we'd meet with our mates. The churchyard was huge, overgrown with tall trees. As we got older, we'd eventually climb most of these. By night it was creepy, no place for the meek. But the daytime kick post or we'd play hide and seek. Fields, woods and footpaths, we had so much space. The apple tree in our garden a long time was base. It was tall then, we'd climb up to see what we'd see. Or we'd just chat in the shade if it got too sunny. Arm wrestles, conquering keepy-ups with a ball. Kirby, every game with a bat, we played all. Remember we got lost Galston Fate on the cliff. We passed Mum in a fire engine, they gave us a lift. We were scared, but this ride was an unexpected gift, and our tears turned to smiles, unbelievably swift. Yes, I could stop now, concerned I will bore, but I'm talking to Owen, not you, and there's more. Galston Lifeboat Station was the place we'd catch crabs, after asking the Bells Road butcher for scraps. That time I hooked Jaws, we all thought, wall Wally, after 30-minute struggle surfaced to Tesco's trolley. It was not all plain sailing, many disasters we shared. Night fishing from pits, we went totally unprepared. Torch batteries ran out, we could no longer fish. Both stuck outside, freezing cold was not my wish. We walked round in circles, careful not to fall in, to try and stay warm, all the time arguing. But we got through together by planning ahead. When home, we'd get blankets, turn couch into bed, so we could warm up watching telly and soup, dips and bread. Borough Castle became quite a regular jaunt. We had many adventures en route to that fort. We first learnt of this place thanks to Big Brother Tony. Remember Owen, Butt Lane Marsh and that pony? Not realising he roamed this dyke wild and free, he galloped past Tony and headed for me. Instinct kicked in and we slid down the bank, just missing the water. It was close, that stuff stank. Tony, his mate and their girlfriends we sussed were one day planning to walk there at dusk. We begged and pleaded till they said we could go, not realising how scary it was. We didn't know. But the excitement and adventure outweighed the fear. We saw bats for the first time. They flew close to our hair. Remember how fast the tide would flow out? It flowed through that small gap like a high-pressure spout. Violently, mud, water and debris would mix. A huge whirlpool would form. Within we'd throw sticks. It swallowed them up with such powerful haste. Whichever twig popped up first won the race. Deep, fast-flowing water a danger could be, but common sense we had then, our friends, you and me. We would risk assess ourselves. We were instinctively savvy. It was clear we all cared for each other so lovingly. Gypsy's green, barren land led to the main road. In the wet grass sometimes we'd find gigantic toads. We thought that strange, we were nowhere near lakes. In summer we often found lizards and snakes. Small woods with a shortcut adjoined this place. We built dens you could hide if you ever got chased. I don't remember who, but with a ground-working knack, transformed Gypsy's Green into a BMX track. Any bike would do to ride round the place. With steep-sided corners, many ramps, it was ace. If our bikes were broken, our friends they would lend. If none were available, we'd run round and pretend. Behind our house, between the back garden and school, looping smooth footpaths made riding bikes cool. Part of this path, a triangle within. This was our racetrack we raced round to win. If wet, we would slide off and crash to the ground. There was a bench on the edge, to rest we'd sit down. Holiday in Cornwall so much that we saw. There's a picture of us petting ponies on Dartmoor. Occasionally I'd sleepwalk, I must have resembled a yeti. I did in Porthlev and hid a slipper under the settee. Mum told me next day I was making a fuss. As its location baffled me, I was at a loss. You were there, Owen, another memory of us. So many good times we shared on Green Lane. In that village all the feelings of us still remain. Owen, I needed to feel close to you again, so I went back to walking, our footsteps the same. It felt amazing, yet left me emotionally drained. Walking the Goldmouth within endless hours we played. Sat outside our old house, number 40 the name. I drove there alone, but it felt like you came. As echoes of our childhood clearly remain. An epic brotherhood indelibly ingrained. Not only forever inside my brain, but in footprints we distantly left in terrain. Owen, I believe you still love me to this day. Wayne told me something that blew me away. Idiotic pride made it impossible to say. Supposed to be adults, both casting the blame. When 19 I moved in with a girl I liked to the west side of Norwich, back then quite a hike. You went round and asked Wayne if he might go with you to visit me all that way riding bikes. This beautiful gesture I will forever hold dear. It's how I know, even though you're no longer near, you still love me as I you after all these years. On occasions I bullied you, it makes me feel bad, Owen. I always felt guilty to see you sad. I do remember if I took it too far, I'd try everything to make you laugh. Reminiscing now, Owen, you were my best friend. This was not how our journey was meant to end. I feel lucky we shared such an interesting past. It naturally should be Mum, me and you last. I do take comfort you'd not have felt pain, or sadness or fear of your time that remained. Even though recent times between us was strife, it truly breaks my heart you won't live out your life. I feel anger, regret, emptiness and sorrow that I can't tell you I love you, pull you close and hug you. I know me and Mum will never feel the same. Don't worry, bruv, one day there'll be no more pain. We will all meet in the river we love once again. Mum, me and you back together just the same. I love you, Owen, that will never die. My kind, gentle little brother, is this only temporary goodbye? from Ralph, your big brother.
When that fat old sun in the sky is falling, summer evening birds are calling, summer Sunday and you hear the sound of music in my ears. Distant bells, new mown grass smells so sweet. By the river, holding hands, roll me up and lay me down. And if you see, don't make a sound. Pick your feet up off the ground. And if you hear, as the warm night falls, a silver sound from a town so strange, sing to me, sing to me. When that fat old sun in the sky is falling, summer evening birds are calling, children's laughter in my ears, the last sunlight disappears. And if you see, don't make a sound. Pick your feet up off the ground. And if you hear, as the warm night falls, a silver sound from a tongue so strange, sing to me, sing to me. When that
to blank.
Infinite dreams, I can't deny them. Infinity is hard to comprehend. I couldn't hear those screams, even in my wildest dreams. Suffocation, waking in a sweat, scared to fall asleep again. I guess the dream begins again. Someone chasing, I cannot move, standing rigid, a nightmare statue. What a dream, when will it end, and will I transcend? Restlessly, the mind's in turmoil. One nightmare ends, another fertile. It's getting to be so scary to sleep, or scared to wake now into deep. Even though it's reached new heights, I rather like those restless nights. It makes me wonder, makes me think there's more to this. I'm on the wake. It's not the fear of what's beyond it, just that I might not respond. Have an interest, all those craving, would I like to get too far in? Can't be all coincidence, too many things are evident. They tell me you're all unbelievers, spiritualists. Well, me, I'm neither. Wouldn't you like to know the truth of what's out there, to have the proof? I'll find out just which side you're on. Where would you end, in heaven or in hell? Did I see the future? Save me from torturing myself even within my dreams. Just more to it than this. Oh, tell me, why do we exist? I'd like to think that when I die I get a chance another time, and to return and live again, reincarnate, pain again.